He actually gave me a script again. I'm like, really?
So you should have just turned it all around.
It's just, it's,
Here it goes.
here he comes.
Here he comes.
What are we in for? Good. I quit. I'm in Kansas City, Nancy. Forget it. No.
Okay, that's as far as I can
He hit the wizard button one too many times. We're good.
Okay. Little loud. Who's ready for an auction? All right. So let me explain the outfit here. As you know, last couple times I had an actual tuxedo, but the airlines actually lost it. So I had to go to a local tux rental place, and they said this is the absolute most popular model. So, but in Rome, you know what I'm saying? Now they had most of them like really small sizes, but they did have a bigger size for every now and then when somebody actually pops in out of nowhere. So, anyway, who is ready for an auction?
We are.
Beautiful. All right.
Need some runners. Oh, goodness.
All righty. Let me just as you all know, I am not a professional, as you'll soon find out, all right? So I jotted down a few notes before we get started, all right? But then again, this group actually makes the Wizard of Oz look like the Wizard of Odd. All right. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto. Or should I say chipper? I mean, this group, we can't even afford a Yorkie, you know? We have a min pin, all right? Min pin, miniature pincher. But actually, our buddy Chip looks like he put on a little weight, so it looks like a mini Rottweiler. Oh, Rottweilers are cute too. On the level of this room. Actually, the next thing I wrote down here, no joke is crossing the line for me now that I'm taking shots at a little dog. So, yeah, I know what I'm doing, you know? Dogs and cats. It really is scary to think of how many people in this group are actually dog people instead of cat people. Can a show of hands, where are my dog people? All right? Right? We're the cat people. Okay. Who goes both ways? Right. But actually, it does make sense for us to be dog people, because the cat people, I mean, you know, the cats just keep knocking the Unesco's off the shelf, right? Dogs won't do that. All right. So, Joe and Cheryl made this year's convention food-themed, right? So, of course, I brought along my trusty rubber chicken. Oh, wait, it looks like I'm choking my chicken, I'm sorry. You can explain that one to the kids later. All right. I don't know if, by now everyone knows that Joe actually kind of went to the hospital this morning, right? I'm sure most of you actually know that, right? Yeah, of course, Joe will do anything to get out of some work, right? Leave Cheryl at the table, exactly. It's like yesterday at the amusement park, just seeing their work ethic. It was just absolutely amazing. Cheryl's like, okay, I got to get like bus number 1 over this way, 3 o'clock bus over here, 4 o'clock there, call this person, get them that, coordinate that, get an extra back seat. Joe's more like, look, shopping. All right. So anyway, let's hear it for Joe and Cheryl. They do an excellent job for this convention. All right. The upcoming one, 2017, is going to be in North Carolina. Jenny and Dee said that they gave us an orientation in PowerPoint. They said the river that this thing is filmed on. There were a lot of famous movies made there. Let's hope it wasn't Deliverance. You know?
Actually, it was.
Right. Absolutely. And then they tell us that we can take the train ride halfway, then raft the other half back. Isn't that half the plot of Deliverance? You know? What's our theme song going to be? Dueling Banjos? I dress up like, overalls and like Jen right now, but talk about making a case for themselves. So at least have a sense of humor about it. All right. Squeal! Squeal! All right, let's see. Don't get me started with the Brokeback Mountain jokes. All right. Finally, today's Crazy Gary's birthday. Gary, happy birthday. As you know, this is very makeshift. We don't really have the budget to pay Sony for the song Happy Birthday, and Sony does own the rights to it, so be careful where you sing it. So instead, we're going to sing the My Baloney Has a First Name song to Gary, because he's just a weirdo. So, everybody, on behalf of Gary's birthday, My baloney has a first name, it's Oscar. My baloney has a second name, it's Mayer. That's enough. All right, happy birthday, Gary. All right. So, okay. As you all know, Gary actually is an EMT. He's a volunteer EMT and is also a paid EMT with the local county. I'm sure all of our incentive yesterday being he was the most medically trained person, in the group. Our biggest incentive not to pass out is the only person qualified to do mouth thrust for sedation. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
That'll be. I'm not saying I'm out of shape, but I was winded pushing a potato across the floor. So, and who thought of these games? Cheryl. Lob a solid piece of fruit at somebody's body and tell them not to flinch. Where did you test this?
Last night.
Is this something you picked up at a biker rally or something? You just dumped it down for us. They used to use grenades at biker rallies, right? All right. Test the games next time. All right. All right, almost ready for the auction. A few ground rules. I know I've said these ground rules rule year and year again. But basically, there are some new people here, so we do have to cover some of the ground rules. As always, where's Gary? Gary, there you are. All right, Gary and Joy. Where's Joy? Joy? Okay, good distance. You guys should not bid for the first 30 seconds so other people think they actually have a chance of winning something. You people will see what I'm talking about. All right, due to a mutual restraining order that's still on, Joy and Gary should still be separated by at least 25 feet. Good work on that. Speaking of violence, Joe's husband Chad is here, okay? I don't know if you guys know this, but he's actually involved in mixed martial arts and pro wrestling, okay? So as far as violence, Chad, no mixed martial arts, okay? So no violence here. Pro wrestling's okay. You can pretend to hit us with a chair. We'll pretend to fall down, all right?
As long as you got donuts to give me, we got no problems at all.
There you go. All right. Most important rule. Anyone bidding against Nancy for Western items will be immediately evicted from the convention. We thought that was an unwritten rule, but apparently some people who bid against her, we had to write it down. All right. Only bidding with your authorized paddles are accepted. This is not the big leagues. They can go, or whatever, with the exception of that rule is actually Joe, because Chad threatened to tie her hands down so she can't bid. So we already worked out a silent bid for Joe's side. And the second receptionist, Kathy, can bid with her Guinness World Record, just because she has one. All right? Okay. A little more housekeeping. The support group for the spouses and friends of Garfield collectors will meet immediately after the event. Unfortunately, due to the shame of the fact that Kathy won the Guinness record here, I am no longer the president of the group, because obviously I'm a world-class enabler and these people just have no respect for me. So where's Tweety? Tweety's the new president. Congratulations. All right. Okay. All right. So speaking of my wife, Kathy, if she's the new queen of the collectors, what does that make me? The court jester? But I'm bummed. All right. Joe just got married to Mike. She's a Yankees fan. He's a Red Sox fan. He's a dog person. She's a cat person. I'd like to have the 6 months on the pool when they get divorced. No offense, guys. After this event, maybe 5 months. Sorry, guys. All right. Finally, 7th inning stretch. Nancy knows nothing about this, so she can veto this. But for our 7th inning stretch, in keeping with our unofficial theme, for the 7th, the 27th, the 47th, and the 67th auction item, to break up the monotony of me talking, we'll sing the first verse of We're Off to See the Wizard. All right?
No, we will not.
Yes, we will. Because it's pushing Joe's buttons 4 more times. So who's ready for an auction? All right. First item, by the way, I'm partially dyslexic, so any of these big 3-syllable words, we're in trouble. We're in serious trouble. All right. First up item, number 1. Who's there we go, right over there. Electronic personality scale, see? Personality. 5 syllables, right off the chute. I am in trouble. Made by Tyco. Mint in box, purchased directly from a Tyco executive. So this is actually directly from an executive. You actually have it mint in box, no seal cracked. We'll start you guys off real low. We'll start off as $20. Do I have $20? By the way, for the new people, this is a great time to raise the paddle because you're never probably going to get a chance to seriously raise it ever again. So early in the bidding, it makes it look like you have money, and then just put it down discreetly once the real bidding begins, all right? So usually the first bid is really safe, all right? Do I have $20? $20, 20 over here, do I have 30, 30, 20 over there. Well, you're still 20, dude. Jim Davis warned you about this in the opening message. You got to watch me. You could be bidding against yourself. $20 on Gary. Do I have 30? 30, 40, 40, 50, 50. Do I have 60? 60, I have 50. Do I have 60? I have 50 over here. Do I have 60 over there? Do I have 60? Do I have 70? Do I have 70? 60 here. Do I have 70? Do I have 65? 65? How about directly from a Tyco executive? Anywhere else? We have 60 over here. Going once. Nope. Yes, there you go. Joy is back in the game. We got 70 on Joy. Actually, 65 on Joy. 70 on Gary. Do I have 75? 75, 75. Going once. Going twice. And drama, Joy. Love the drama. 70 over here on Joy. Do I have 75, Gary? Of course we do. Do I have 80? There you go. 85, 90. I'll just stand in the middle of these two all night. Tell you what, you guys get together, just fill out what you're willing to pay for these items. We'll just all go home our way. All right. Where am I here? 85 over there? 90, Gary? 90. Do I have 95? 95. Do I have 100? Do I have 100? 95 going once? And I have 100. All right. Do I have 105? 105, I have 105, and of course I have 110. It's going to be a long night, people. All right. But I got to see the paddle. So I got 105 over here. Do I have 110? 105, I have 110. Do I have one? We're going to go up by 10 these times, guys. Do I have 120? I got 120. Do I have 130? I have 130. Do I have 140? I have 130 over here. 130 going once. 130 going twice. You're just dropping on Gary, didn't you? And 130 gone to Gary. First item of the night. Gary, what's your number?
27.
27.
Write that down.
One.